정확하게 되게 힘들네. 힘들어.
머리 먹는 거 진짜 웃긴다.
웃겨서 무슨 다
through a lone soft hair. Faces just stop and stare, catching no light. So I hold you close, no matter where you go. Through all the rain and snow, be close behind. And I hold on, these threads won't come undone. If you're worn down, I'll carry you home. Holes in my shoes, walking in lines we drew. You said you're just passing through. 6 years ago, so I hold on. These threads won't come undone. If you hold down, I'll carry you home. So I hold on, these threads won't come undone. If you hold down, I'll carry you home. Clothes on my back, it's yours if it's all I have. I meant every word I said. I'll carry you home.